We're working on the pocket porting job on the 906 heads for the 70 Super B. These are the original heads to the car. You can see the casting date right here, 7/22/9, which is July 22nd, 69. And here's the other head, 7/11/9. So these heads were made like 11 days apart. But pretty much what we're doing is we're doing a mild build on the car. Initially, we're going to put it together with a torquer intake manifold, 850 double pumper, and stock exhaust manifolds. We're doing the stock valves, 208, 174. But what we want to do right now is open up the ports. You can see the exhaust ports are already pretty well opened up. I had hardened seats installed, and when they did that in the machine shop, it took most of the undercut out of the port. But you can see that the intakes still have a ton of undercut right there. So when you unshroud the ports on the big block Chrysler, that's going to give you like 90% of your increase in horsepower. So here's what we're using. Okay, I have a straight die grinder with a high quality carbide burr. It's just a cheap die grinder from Harbor Freight. Probably one of the few tools that you want to get at that place. I would not use their carbide burrs. They'll probably blow up in your face. But here's another burr I have, one of my favorites. Got that at the junkyard a long time. I'm sorry. Got that at the swap meet a long time ago. Yeah. So check it out. I want to give credit to Hot Rod Magazine. They had an article back in 1998 that it was like a 3-month thing, you know, where it was in 3 different months worth of the magazine. So first month kind of explained the porting, second month was like intakes, third month exhaust. So I referenced that to make the decision as far as what porting to do on these heads. And I'm just doing it mild, just opening up, like you can see the exhaust. If you have a stock set of heads, you know how much undercut there is there. And look at the intakes. Let's check it out. We're gonna start grinding. Okay, go over here. Start right there. Just gonna hold the thing straight out. Put my safety glasses on. So you might wonder why we're doing this in the backyard. I'm just doing it because the cast iron's kind of dark. It's hard to see in the shop. It's much easier for reference to see what we're doing here. But what I did was the machine shop let me borrow this green die cam. And so I took the intake valves and I put the die cam on, and you can see where the seat is. So I'm going to go pretty much right up to the seat, or a little bit, you know, like a 30-second away, like you see what the exhaust is right here. And check it out. So you can hold the die grinder straight out at most of the port, but on the inside of the port, there's too much of an angle. So you kind of just have to blend it. But we're going to do a straight cut all the way around, except for there. And then we're going to blend the port floor, just make a smooth flow. So we're like 90% done already, just on that side of that port, right here, compared to that port. Let's flip it around. This really is a budget build. You know, I'm not a professional head porter by any means. I am a professional mechanic, so I have a decent set of tools, but you know, you can pick this die grinder up for 20 bucks. These bits are, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 bucks for some decent bits. Maybe we'll do sandpaper rolls later on, but yeah, you're gonna get 90% of your improvement just doing what we're doing here. So, let's see that. See how the intake is totally shrouded right here? That's going to impede your flow substantially. Oh, by the way, we have new bronze liners. Like I said earlier, exhaust, hardened seats, so we can run unleaded fuel. Oh, that port we already kind of did. But check this out. Here. Right there. So I'm just going to hold this straight out from the port, kind of get your initial cut, and then I'm going to blend. Start blending it down here. I mean, that's most of your unshrouding right there, but now you can feel a little bit of a high spot there and there. Just gonna blend those. Check it out. Okay, look at the improvement in the ports, and this hasn't even been, what, 10 minutes? Not even that. You can see that stock port right there. How shrouded the valve will be and how much that's going to reduce flow. And look at this. I'll come back and check it out a little later on and do some final cleanup and do the rest of the ports, but so this build, it's a 440, 70 Super B, not for the GTX. Can hear how much air those die grinders use, and that big air compressor can hardly keep up. But what I'm doing is using the stock valves, 208, 174 exhaust. I got new exhaust valves because the margin on these is pretty thin and they just kind of look burnt. So the machine shop said it's a good idea to get new ones, and went ahead and did the intakes at the same time. But at the same time, what we're going to do is I already actually port matched these exhaust manifolds to the downpipes. So we got a Flowmaster exhaust system, and I put the downpipes up to here and opened these ports up. So that'll give us some good flow. You can probably see, like these other manifolds that are untouched, how much smaller that port is compared to that port. And these are jet hot coated inside and out. Also, a lot of people might not know this, but there's two different, passenger side exhaust manifolds. So this one has the flange that goes that way. That has the flange that goes that way. So the Flowmaster kit needed these. That's your casting number. Was it 280-6900? 2899879. So those are the ones that you need for the Flowmaster kit, unless you're going to take and cut and weld and make it fit these ones. But anyway, so if we mic this port out, it's at about 2.390, 2.380. Eh, 2.370. And it depends on where you measure. .345 right there. 2.435. So it's just a mild build. We're gonna run the Edelbrock Torquer. We have an 850 double pumper right here until we get the 6-pack put back on the car. It's gonna be much easier to get it tuned with the 850 than the 6-pack setup. So that's where we're at. We'll be working on the engine next and putting everything back in the car. Suspension's all rebuilt, disc brakes are redone, rear end is all redone with rebuilt leaf springs. So we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.